So how hot was it out there, and how'd y'all get through these first couple practices in this heat?
Yeah, man, it's hot outside. I'm kind of used to it because I'm from Arizona, so we practice in this heat. But it's kind of like you just don't get used to it because it's just always just pounding on you every second you're out here. But it's just really a mental focus thing. I like how we're practicing on the heat, and then we'll go to the bubble because we still need that feel of how hot it is outside for the game. So I appreciate it. You can't really do nothing about it. Coach Sark always says like we can't turn the temperature down. We can't ask God to turn the temperature down. So I just like how we're out there just competing.
Bijan, how much you put into your blitz pickup and blocking and rounding out your game away from the ball?
Yeah, I put in a lot of work. This offseason, Coach Choice made a big emphasis on pass blocking, so we've been doing that, every single day. And just me having that part of my game at a high level, and then with the rest of my game, I think that's what makes you the complete back you can be. And to where you want to go in the next level. So I think that having that pass blocking, down to a T is very important for your future as a running back.
Do you like it?
Oh yeah. When I was like a freshman, sophomore, I was just trying to get the ball in my hands, make space, make people miss, and I would do the pass blocking because I would have to. But now that I'm really understanding it, and now that I know the value of it, now I just love to do it, and it's like I don't even think twice about it.
How many passes would you like to catch this year? What would be a reasonable
well,
for you?
I can't ever say anything like that, but if I have the opportunity to get in space against the linebacker or safety or even a corner, and it's a great matchup, I would like to get the ball in my hands, make a mismatch, because when I get the ball in my hands against those kind of guys in space, that's when the long plays happen, the touchdown. So I think that just whenever opportunity I can have, just to make the team, better, I'll do it.
Bijan, I know you're around 6 foot-ish or so. Can you see over the line of scrimmage with these big offensive linemen that you guys got there?
Yeah, I can see over them, but them boys they take up a lot of space. Just having them here now, I love it a lot. Even if I couldn't see over them, I would just like to have those guys in front of me, just because they bring a big presence, and just having them here and understanding the offense and understanding what we're trying to do and how they can open up holes now, and what I'm seeing now behind them. I think it's pretty incredible that we have them.
Have you ever operated without offensive line as big as these guys are?
No, I have not. And now that they're here, now that I can see it and see what I got in front of me, and now how I can really create space, in the backfield and make holes, for myself and make them look good as well. I enjoy it a lot. I think it's just a blessing that God, gave me and this whole team to have those kind of guys in front of me. So it's just really fun to play with them.
You guys are putting these sweltering heat practices in the bank.
Yeah.
In August. Is there a feeling that you get through August that you'll be able to take those September opponents into the deep waters in the third and fourth quarter? Because they're not able to practice in this heat like that.
Man, absolutely. That's why we're practicing in the heat, because most teams don't have this opportunity to practice. Like you just said, most teams don't have the opportunity to practice in this heat. So when we get to the season, I think we're going to be more than ready. Our mentality is going to be, mentally sharp. I know we're going to be going into the game saying, we've done this before, we've been here before. So just us being here in this heat right now, I think it's probably going to be one of the biggest factors going into the season and how we perform and how we execute, early in the season.
Bijan, what's been the biggest area of improvement that you've noticed?
Yeah, just reading those third level defenders, anticipating, any type of defender coming on me, making those moves, when I get to them and not early. I think I got really quick in my game, so that short space quickness. I feel it was pretty good, but I think I got a lot better at that. My pass protection is pretty. I think it's pretty good now. I've been working at it a lot. Just me trying to get better at that every day. But my overall game, I think I've just been trying to build it in all areas and execute in all areas so I can be a complete running back.
Whenever you work on receiving, do you ever work with Coach Marion, or is
Yep.
it just stuff with Coach Joyce? And if you work with Coach Marion, what are some of the things he's trying to work on with you?
Everything. How to break off defenders, at the top of your route, making sure I understand, you got to look at the defender when you're trying to attack their hip, trying to attack their blind side. just those kind of routes because in Coach Sark's offense, I line up at receiver, I line up at slot, even from the running back spot. So Coach Marion always gives me like a lot of great tips on how to perform on the receiver side of the ball. And Coach Choice, Coach Choice, he was kind of a receiving back as well, but he got a lot of knowledge, from coaching receivers and understanding receivers. So I learn from both of them every single day, even Coach Sark, But I just love the position. I love to be versatile in what I got to do.
What was the joke that you were trying to tell Kelvin Banks, and
Yeah.
he didn't get it, or
No.
how did that
In the
go?
weight room. Right?
No, yeah, it was like all fun. It was in the weight room, and he was getting his lift in, and I was like, hey Kelvin, you gonna put in work? And he just kind of looked at me. He was like, man, what are you talking about? Like, I'm over here grinding, and I was like, oh shoot, this dude is, he brings that presence, to him. He brings that dominance. Y'all saw yesterday when he's got in the pads yesterday. That dude is big. He's big. He's physical, and he wants to get better. He doesn't want to come here and just learn from other guys. He wants to be the best for himself. So I think just having him here and him learning everything at a rapid speed, I think it's just fun to watch.
You feel like you're the Heisman favorite?
I don't really think about stuff like that. I really put that stuff in God's hands. But if that's God's plan for me, then I'm all for it. But I'm gonna work extremely hard to get my team to a level of winning. And all the awards and everything come with that off of a team success. So that's my opinion on the Heisman Award and all the other awards that will come with it for this
You
team.
have such a national profile. Do you find this summer you get recognized wherever you go?
Yeah, I do. I pretty much anywhere I go get recognized. But I like it because a lot of people don't see a public figure like that. So I feel that me giving them the opportunity to see me and making them happy, putting a smile on their face. I think it's an overall blessing, and they don't get an opportunity to see that all the time. So I never want to turn everybody down. A bad habit of me is saying no to them.
No weird situations this summer where you see somebody, a little kid,
Oh, I mean,
recognize you or anything? Or
there's always those the grown men. They kind of get a little happy, and they do whatever they can to try to get my attention. But I don't ever think of it as a bad thing. I always just acknowledge them, try to give them what they want, and just keep moving on. But that's my intention always.
Everyone's wondering if this offensive line is going to be good enough to set you up for the kind of season that you're capable of having.
Yeah.
What's your thought on that? And offensive tackle, obviously.
Yep.
Gerstetter, Christian's moving.
Well, this offseason, they've been working extremely hard on different things, on how to make the run game that much better, setting up holes, setting up angles. I see a lot of angles that are setting up to create open space. And even just these two practices, I know they're not in pads yet, but I've seen so much improvement on the offensive line. And now that they see what we're trying to do as an offense, now it makes them want to, become who they want to become, and become great all around. They're staying after practice, trying to get in extra work. And I just see them all trying to be their best whenever, the time is right. So I improve it. I enjoy it a lot. I tell them all the time when we're in practice, we can't stop because we're trying to do something great this season. So all the complaining and everything, that has to go out the door, and it has. Now they're just trying to put in work and get better all around.
How much of that is the freshmen pushing guys?
Oh, it's huge because the big guys see the freshmen trying to learn and do the best that they can. So it makes the big guys want to coach up some more and learn some more, so they can understand the game as well and become that much better for themselves as well.
Bijan, did you cut your hair or did someone pull it out?
When?
Recently, in the back.
No. I cut my sides.
Okay.
They don't pull out. I hope this doesn't get pulled out. That would hurt so bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
you more aerodynamic now, or
For
cutting your sides? You more aerodynamic?
yeah, I like the fade, the nice fade, fresh fade. You know how it is. Yeah.
Bijan, from a leadership standpoint, I know you talked last year about wanting to be more of a vocal leader.
Yeah.
Have you found your voice or whatever that right level of vocal leadership is?
Yeah, I think I found my voice. I've been talking every day to, especially the defense. I like to get the defense mad. I like when they start arguing at me because it just makes them better. And I do it. It's all fun. They know my intentions. I'm gonna get in their butt a little bit. even on the offense, I get Jay Witt, X, all them. They already know they're really talented. Isaiah, but I still, when they drop a ball, I'm the first one on them every single time, or even if the defense drops a pick or something, I'm in their face just because I feel like when I do it with them, we're competing anyway, so it's just all fun and it makes them better. It makes them want to think about what they did and then erase it and then get better in the future. So I like to talk a little bit just in practice, just to get my guys riled up a little bit.
Does Bijan Robinson talk trash? I didn't notice.
Bijan Robinson, third person. Yeah, I'm not a trash talker. Like I'm not like when I get on the field on Saturdays, I don't say a word. But I feel with my teammates, I like to talk a little bit of trash. It's just fun. Yeah, it's motivating. When we get that intensity up, when we're competing against each other, I just can't hold back because I see them every day anyway. So I just love to get those guys, juiced up, ready to go.
Last one for Bijan.
Huh?
Who's your favorite teammate to talk trash to?
Ooh, the D linemen. I love to talk trash to D line. Every single one of them. Snacks, Vernon, T Sweat, every single Morrow, especially Morrow, Demo. He about to come up in here. I love to talk trash to those guys because they always gang up on me, and then I try to keep talking to them in their face, just one on one. So those are my guys, especially to talk trash to.
When you talk trash to Demo, what's his usual comeback?
Oh, he comes back with something. Yeah, I mean, me and him, our trash talk is smile trash talk. We just be joking around trash talk, but just him and me, competing against each other every day, and how much better it makes us. It's just fun to talk a little smack to him, and then he'll get me right back. So it's just all fun, and I love my teammates for that.
Both PK and Sark over the past couple of days said they have a lot more faith that this year's going to be better for your position group. Do you see through these first couple practices and over summer that this will be a better year for your position group?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Over the summer, a lot of guys in our room stepped up and they took that role like us. I want to be a playmaker as well. It's going to take more than just one or two people on the defense to get this team to where we want to be. So just throughout the first two practices and throughout the summer, coming together as a team and, building on that, the first two practices of fall camp, you can definitely see that these guys are ready to make a change, and, they've been coming along.
How have you handled the heat these first 2 days? What are your thoughts about practicing in this 100 degree weather?
That was one of the things. It's just about the mental part of it. It's not going nowhere no time soon. And, we've been preparing ourselves for it all summer. So it's definitely different when you put the helmet and, we're putting the pads on here soon. So it's just about there going, and, it's what we're going to have to play in.
I asked Bijan this. Y'all putting these 100-degree practices in the bank. I mean, is that like fuel? Like when y'all get to September and you playing these teams, you're used to this heat. Y'all gonna be able to take them down into the deep waters and test them in the 4 quarters, because you doing this for 3 hours.
Yes, sir. That is the plan. Coach Sark talk about it every day. When we think about it, we really got an advantage on a lot of teams that don't get to experience this 100-degree weather like we do. So it definitely hurt going out there, but we know that this is only going to help us in the long run, because come September 3rd and 10th and on there, it's going to be hot when we can't control that. So it's basically just going out there knowing that we cannot control the weather as much as I wish I could, but it's...
So it doesn't get hot in Alabama?
Oh, well, I mean, it might do.
Yeah.
It might do, but I'm telling you, this Austin, Texas heat is definitely different, and it's been different these last couple months.
Demo, what specifically have you seen from Jalen Ford that lets you know this is a different dude from last year?
Just like his leadership. He's stepped up and he's became a leader. He's not scared to talk. If somebody's not doing the right thing, he's going to say something. Early on, he was kind of young and he was like, okay, that's kind of not my place. But now that he done came a long way, summer, spring, he's really stepped up into that role. Like, I'm the Mike linebacker. This defense is going to feed off of me, so I got to be that guy to talk, make sure everybody in the right position.
Because PK was saying when things would start to break down, when adversity struck, communication might start to go away, and guys started trying to do too much to maybe, do what they don't think their teammate can do. where's the level of trust right now and knowledge in this defense to where guys aren't just going to start, trying to be hero ball?
And that's why I can say we came a long way this spring and summer, just trusting each other. Year 2 in the system, everybody got a feel for what everybody is doing. So, that brotherhood, just building that over the summer, trusting one another, knowing that I can do my part and not worry about what the next guy is doing because I know he's going to do his part to win.
When you're doing some of the edge stuff, do you get coaching from PK, considering that's his kind of focus, or is it all with Coach Cho?
Oh, PK and Coach Cho, stay after, try to get as much work as I can there. He's definitely been the guy that's been helping me with the pass rushing stuff and working on the edge. So definitely both of them, I can say both of them been helping me a lot.
What areas Gary Patterson bringing to help this defense?
Just those little tips that, some of the position coaches might not hit on because we only got enough time in the meeting room. So just like some small stuff that he see on the field from his knowledge, being a coach so long and being that expert on the defense side of the ball, just making sure, we get the little things.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't hold back. Does he act like a...
No, he don't hold back at all. Any chance he get to correct us or let us know, he pull us to the side, a little chit-chat, let us know if we do this, it'll work out better. And everything he say, you just soak it in.
What's the biggest thing?
Obviously, those freshman offensive linemen are big. When they shed a block and come downhill looking for a linebacker, how big are those guys coming at you?
Oh, they big. A couple times my eyes flashed before, but, I'm pretty quick. So I tell them every day, if y'all going to come get me, y'all better be moving fast. But, every time I see them, I just like, them guys, they going to be the real deal.
Has anyone put a hit on you yet?
Not yet. They've been trying, but like I said, I told them they're going to have to catch me. They're going to have to.
What's the biggest adjustment or thing you've had to learn about coming off the edge?
Just trusting myself, going with my instincts, not thinking too hard about it. Just basically doing what I like to do, playing fast, getting after the quarterback. So just trusting my training, using my instincts, and just go relentless.
D-Tuck, 215, he's like sawed off. How does he avoid the blocks and get where he needs to go?
Tuck, he done taught me a lot since being here. He done played a lot of football. So just seeing him out there and being able to do what he do for his little self. I call him little every time I see him, but that's my guy. Like I said, I done learned so much from him.
What?
Just like how he slip box like me. Of course, we're two different sizes, so he done taught me some things. Like I saw him do a move yesterday on film. I was like, I ain't never thought about that. But it's just some of the stuff he do. Like you can tell he been playing football for a long time.
You get ready to play more on the edge. You watch film of like a Micah Parsons or somebody at other levels or college or whatever that does some of the same stuff you're going to be asking?
Micah Parsons and Von Miller, I watch a lot of them. Those two of the guys that I like to watch when they're working off the edge. So I say those two.
Time for a couple last
The
ones.
Oklahoma game, the first half, you just went crazy. How do you channel that intensity and play at that level all 12 games?
By making sure I'm that level at practice, that same intensity, the whole 2 hours and 22 minutes we out there. So just making sure I'm staying on top of my stuff, being the guy that the team needs me to be. And like I said, just practicing with that intensity is going to keep me at that level of play throughout the whole season.
Sark said he wanted to kind of reduce the number of frontline starters on special teams. Are you seeing any decrease in units you're on?
Well, it's only been the first 2 days, and like I said, we all just trying to develop at the position. I'm not sure what special teams I'm going to start on. I know I'm going to be on something because I feel like that's my part as one of the players on the team to be on the special teams, no matter which one it is. And like I said, it's a lot of players on special teams where you can make a play. And like I said, I like to call myself a playmaker, so any chance I get to get on the special team, I'm jumping at the opportunity.
How many teams were you on last year?
I was on 2. I started on punt and punt return.
Have you talk to Coach Marion at all about stealing your look, the cowboy hat?
We talk every day about it. He know that's my look, but you know I let him borrow it for a little bit. But we know come season time, that's all me. He ain't gonna be able to outstep me in the cowboy hat.